Hello everyone. In today's class we will study about the combination of the capacitors, that is series combination and parallel combination. In last class we have studied about the capacitors, that is parallel plate capacitor with or without dielectric. We have calculated the capacitance of that parallel plate capacitor, which comes out to be C equals to epsilon naught A by D. And today we will study about the combination, that is how can we connect the capacitors in series as well as in parallel combination, and what would be the effect if we are connecting a number of capacitors in series and in parallel combination. Here we will see that capacitance of our capacitors on combining in series or parallel will get increased or decreased. As you have studied earlier about the combination, I hope you have remembered resistances in series as well as in parallel. And you know that in series resistance got increased, and in parallel resistance got decreased. So today we will study the increase or decrease in the capacitance in series or in parallel combination. We will do them one by one. So let's continue today's class. First we will study about the capacitors in series. If we are connecting a number of parallel plate capacitor from one end to the other end, then the combination is called as series combination. Clear, students? Here we have taken the three capacitors which are parallel plate capacitors. Capacitance of first parallel plate capacitor is C1, capacitance of second parallel plate capacitor is C2, and capacitance of third parallel plate capacitor is C3. And here we have joined all them from one end to the other end. That's why this combination is called as series combination. Here we have given it by connecting the battery positive potential to the positive terminal. So plus Q charge will be on the left hand side, and due to the charge separation you all have remembered the principle of the parallel plate capacitor. Minus Q will reside on this plate on the inner side. Similarly plus Q on the outer side, and this plus Q will transfer to the next capacitor, and that's why left hand side of C2 capacitor will be plus Q and this plate will be minus Q. Similarly on the third capacitor, that is C3, that is same charge plus Q charge will remains at all capacitors if we are joining 3 capacitor or joining the number of n capacitors. But as you know, the potential divided in series combination. We always connect voltmeter in parallel, and in parallel voltage remains same, while in series voltage divided. So the voltage V which is given to the combination will be divided into first capacitor, second capacitor and third capacitor. Let's V1 is the voltage of or potential difference of the first capacitor, V2 is the potential difference of second capacitor, and V3 for the third capacitor. Clear, student? Now as you know the relation for potential difference, V equals to Q by C. Therefore first capacitor it would be V1 equals to Q by C1 as Q remains same. V2 equals to Q by C2 and V3 equals to Q by C3. This is for first capacitor, this is for second, and this is for third capacitor. Now if we want to calculate the capacitance of the combined, that is combination of series capacitance, then it would be, let's say, CS, capacitance of series. So CS is the total capacitance, which would be V equals to Q divided by CS. Q as remains same and C is the total capacitance and V is the potential we have provided by the battery. Now the total potential difference, as you know, V is divided into V1, V2 and V3. Therefore V would be the sum of the three, that is V equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Therefore put the values V, V1, V2 and V3. We have Q by CS, Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. Therefore Q by CS equals to Q 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 1 by C3. Q comes out, and because these two factors are same, therefore they would be cancel out. Therefore 1 by CS becomes 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 and 1 by C3. That is the combination reciprocal. It is the sum of the reciprocal of the capacitance of the three capacitors C1, C2 and C3. And from here you can conclude that capacitance in series is got decreased. Clear, students? Here we have taken the three capacitors, and if we will take n capacitor, then the combination of the capacitance series would comes out to be 1 by Cs equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 and so on, 1 plus 1 plus 1 by Cn. Therefore, we can generalize it as a summation because these are all the discrete factor, not continuous factor. Therefore, we will take the summation over here, and the limits of the summation are from 1 to n. Then it would be 1 by Cs equals to summation I equals to 1 to n 1 by Ci. Clear, students? This is the capacitance in series, and from here you can say that in series capacitance got decreased, which is ultimately the reciprocal or the reverse of the resistances in series, because you know that in series resistance got increased while the capacitance got decreased. Now we will calculate the grouping of the capacitors in parallel combination. So let's do. Here we have connected the three capacitance, that is C1, C2, C3 and the parallel combination. Because we have joined the common end by one point and the other end with the same terminal, that's why we are calling this combination as the parallel combination. Let's say this is the A terminal and this is the B terminal. From at A terminal we have connected the one end of the C1, C2 and C3. At B terminal we have connected the other end of C1, C2 and C3. As this is a parallel combination, so as we will provide the battery, that is positive terminal will be connected to the positive, that is A terminal, and negative to the B. Then plus Q charge will reach up to the point A and go divided into the three capacitor. Let's say plus Q1 goes to C1, plus Q2 goes to C2 and plus Q3 goes to C3. Clear, students? Here as plus Q1 is at this left hand side, so by reversibility minus Q1 will be at the other plate, as you know the principle of the parallel plate capacitor. Similarly at this end plus Q2 charge and minus Q2 charge, plus Q3 and minus Q3. Again on the outer side plus Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, and if we will ground it, the free charges will goes to the ground. Clear, students? And now as this is the parallel combination, so the potential difference in all the three capacitors, that is C1, C2 and C3, will remain same. So let's calculate it. Here the charge is divided, so we'll take the equation for the charge, that is total charge Q of the combination equals to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Let's calculate the Q1 value, Q2 value and Q3. Here Q1 equals to C1V. As you know the relation for charge, we have studied earlier, Q2 equals to C2V and Q3 equals to C3V. Here we have taken the three capacitor. If there are n number of capacitors, then Qn equals to Cnv. Now the total charge, as I have said earlier, that Q equals to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Therefore CPV, Cp is the capacitance for the parallel combination and V is the potential difference. Place the value of Q1, Q2 and Q3. We have C1V plus C2V plus C3V. So the Cp becomes C1 plus C2 plus C3. That is, if we are combining the capacitors in parallel, the capacitance of all the capacitors got add up. That is, the capacitance got increased. If we have taken the n number of capacitors, then the total capacitance would be Cp equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on up to Cn plus Cn. That is, we can generalize that as these are the discrete factors, therefore Cp equals to summation, we can take over here Ci, and the limit of I is from 1 to, and this is the capacitance of a number of capacitors connected in the parallel combination. So students, from here we have good to know that the capacitance, if we are capacitors, if we are connected in series, then the capacitance got decreased, and if the capacitors are connected in parallel, then the capacitance got decrease. Clear, students? In next video we will study about the energy stored in the parallel plate capacitor as well as a number of characteristics like dielectric, electric polarization. So let's read in the further video, but for today you have to study about these. Goodbye, students.